All right, so this is part 3, the final rendition of the videos talking about addiction, my addictions, and this is the part where we're gonna talk about, how I overcame them. And like I mentioned earlier, all addictions are tied into one another, whether it's money, sex, drugs, drinking, shopping. They're all tied into one another, and it's all in your mindset. And it's only one thing, one power, one person that can change your mindset, and that's God. It's nothing else that's gonna make it feel better. Everything else is just a temporary band-aid. Your money, your marijuana, your alcohol, your women, your prescription pills. It's just a temporary band-aid. And actually, it's gonna make it worse if that's something you practice on a daily basis. We all fall short of the grace of God. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm this holy. None of us are holy. But we have to strive to be righteous. So as long as we don't practice those things, birds everywhere, they singing to me. As long as we don't practice those things, like Paul said in the Bible, we should be trying to chase the fruits of the kingdom. That's it. That's it. And God showed me a lot of things, and when he told me to sit down that final time, I had to sit down. I had to release everything. Not everything, but my job, the drinking, the smoking, prescription pills, whether they were prescribed or not. Just being vindictive, looking for revenge on people that did me wrong. I had to sit down and learn who I was. And that's what these past 3 years have really been about. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since I quit my career. I can't even call it a job. It was a career. A lot of people would give anything to have that. But I just knew my blessings was going to be so much more, because that was achieved when I was not my best self. So what can I do when I'm my best self? A lot of people don't stop to think that. If you're doing this and you're not your best self, what can you do when you're your best version of you? That's why you had to take care of you. And the only person that can lead you and guide you is God. That's it. Nothing else. Follow behind Christ. Do as he did. Treat people fairly. Quit looking for revenge that people wronged you, talk bad on you, talk down on you, spread lies and rumors. People been spreading lies and rumors on me since I was a little boy. All the way up until now. And the crazy part is most of it's been family. Most of it's been family. Taught me how to lie. Peer pressure me into different things as a youngin'. But I can't blame nobody but myself, because I had the choice. Even as a young person, I had the choice. I could have said no to that beer. I could have said no to that weed. I could have told the females, no, I'm celibate. I could have told the doctor, I don't want that prescription. Those were my choices and decisions, and they led me to where I was. But I always know I had God watching over me. Always. He always took me to the edge and grabbed me right before I was about to fall. Because I thought I could do things my way. And when I realized I couldn't do things my way, and that we all live and die, that's when reality hit. That I need to be trying to live right. Now, like I said, I'm not holy. Nobody on this earth is holy. I don't care your preacher, your pastor, the pope. He lying. If you could look in his head, you will see that he's a sinner too. He's in the church thinking about women. He's in the church with thoughts that he shouldn't have. And that's the problem. Don't nobody want to be open and honest, and that's why I'm doing this video. It's an open and honest video. I don't look like what I've been through. Yeah, my hair might be a little matted or whatever. I don't care. But I don't look like what I've been through, trust me. And there's a reason for that. There's a definite reason for that. And I just want all my family and friends to know I love you. Despite how we may have done each other, I love you. I really do. We was in each other's lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And I love you. I love your family. But sometimes we just have to love each other from a distance, because once you start seeking God, you learn that you have to walk towards God, even if that means turning your back on family and friends. And it's the harsh reality. Like I said, I love my parents, my mom, my dad. You know, I have several fathers. You know, I have a biological father, I have a stepfather, I have a grandfather. I have grandfathers on many sides, grandmothers. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to learn from their experiences and my experiences. And I think that's what's always kept me in a certain mindset, because I was able to learn from other people's experiences. Because you can't experience everything in life. You have to be able to learn from other people's experience. I always wanted to keep my family together. My wife and I, we have 3 kids. Do we go through it? Yes. All the time. We disagree. Sometimes we talk to each other ugly. That's just the nature of it. But we love each other, and we've learned to mend and forgive over the years. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. My kids ain't perfect. Only thing that's going to help us is turning to God. And that's just the reality situation. A lot of people, it's people that in my life that when I really wasn't in church like that, or really wasn't serving the Lord, that's all they wanted to do was preach to me about serving the Lord. But what I come to find out is they were unhealed. So how you going to try to heal me? And now, when I'm actually doing what I need to do, striving to serve the Lord, following Christ, they don't want to hear nothing about it, because the whole time they was living in sin. They had hatred in their heart. They were unhealed. And they were just projecting out to me what they needed to do themselves. And that's family, friends, all of y'all. I get it now. You just projecting out. You were just projecting out. But I appreciate it, because sometimes God talks through people. But we have to learn to come together. That's the issue. Especially in my community. We always want to tell somebody what they need to fix, but we don't want to be open and honest about what we need to fix. The truth will set you free. That's why I started this channel, The Outspoken Introvert. I used to hold a lot in. I'm not holding it in no more, and I don't want to offend anybody. But the truth will set you free. I have to tell my truth. I have to be open and honest about what I've been through. So people know I'm not just trying to turn you to saying your prayers, your meditation, reading your text, fasting, doing your good deeds. I'm not just saying that to say it. I'm saying it because it helped me. Y'all heard what I just told y'all. I told y'all I've been going. I'm 36. Since out the womb, it's been confusing. My mom got pregnant with me when she was 16. The Lord has watched over us. He really has. But one thing about it is you can't love nothing more than you love the Lord, more than you love God. So I have to tell my mom and my dad the truth as well. This is the truth. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm going through. Every day it's a struggle. None of us are perfect, so let's get out of that trying to tell people, oh, do this, do that. This is how you're supposed to live your life if you're not living your life right. I was guilty of it. And in some areas, I'm still guilty of it. But in the areas I just told you, I'm trying to help y'all in it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to speak on something that I have no experience in, or that I'm not trying to do myself. You can't tell somebody to treat people right and you holding grudges your whole life. You can't tell somebody not to be vindictive when you're trying to get revenge. You can't tell somebody to let go of the past when as soon as something come up, that's all you want to talk about is what happened to you when you was a child. You can't love your parents more than you love the Lord, taken away from your wife or your husband. You marry that person to get out of the nest. It's sad to say, but our parents, you have to, the more I realize it, my kids have to live their own life. I can't let them be worried about me. That's very selfish. I done lived my whole life and now I got my kid. They up in age and they worried about daddy. That's my problem because I didn't make the right choices and decisions. And I have to live with that. But the good part about it is you can overcome anything if you just put your trust in the Lord. I've met people who are in mental wards, mental hospitals, locked down in straitjackets, who are now giving motivational speeches and are healed because they believed in God and they trusted in his scripture and in Jesus' words. This healing only comes by prayer and fasting. I'm talking real fasting, like he did in the Bible. He said, my people have not eaten or drinking in 3 days, and I'm pleased with them. A lot of us don't know the food we eat carry energy. The animals nowadays ain't the animals that was back in the day. They're not as clean as they were. And a lot of us don't even pray over our food. A lot of us don't want to go without eating. Oh, you're not hungry. That's just your body full of carbohydrates and sugar. And when you burn off that sugar, it makes you feel like you're not hungry. You can go without. Do it for yourself. Clean your system out. Open up your pineal gland. I think that's where it's at. Clean out your intestines, your stomach. We was carrying a lot of dead weight. We harbor our emotions in our hips. And I think that's one of the reasons why I tore my labrum in the first place. I was emotional. I told y'all that. I was smoking weed because I was emotional. I was an emotional child. You know, me and my mom, she decided to go, work her job when I was 11, 12 years old. I was in the 7th grade when I moved with my uncle for a year and a half. I was emotional about it because she was emotional. She was going through it's a lot trying to raise a young man. And you young yourself? It's a lot. God separated us. He don't make no mistakes. Separate us for a reason. Was my uncle hardcore? Yes, he was. But he was going through what he was going through. But it was, when I look back on it, it was exactly what I needed at the time. It was exactly what I needed. I needed a hard stop. Get all that unnecessary emotional stuff. Let's start to get it out you. Let's start to get it out of you. There's no telling where I would have been if that wouldn't have happened. I was so emotional. I was getting in fights all the time and just craziness. That's part of the reason why she sent me off. But another part was she had to try to find her. And she still is. My father still is. They're trying to find themselves. He's got stage 4 prostate cancer. It's in remission, but he's trying to find himself. My grandfather then had a heart attack, stroke, and cancer. He's trying to find, we still all daily are trying to put our trust in the Lord, and we fall short, and it's okay. We just keep striving, and don't ever give up. I'm here to tell you, it's a daily battle. We all have good and bad in us. It's just the facts of life. We're all sinners. But we have a choice to try to make things right. I love my family. I love my friends, my acquaintances, my associates, my co-workers. I love all y'all. I love my subscribers. I love my new subscribers. I love you if you unsubscribe. Because life is too short to go around hating, to be mad because of the choices that we made. Didn't nobody force you to make that choice. You made that choice. So let's get it together. And let's take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and we're going to get it right. I love y'all. I hope me sharing my story, my struggle, my journey, I hope it helps. I'll probably continue on with this because I wasn't able to touch it. It's just a lot to try to touch. within a short period of time. So I'll eventually talk about this again, and we'll go in more into depth. I might make a video about a separate video about each subject and how I overcame it. Because this right here, this is a freestyle. Yeah, I wrote down my addictions, but this is off the top. This is from the heart. And when you do something from the heart, you don't even remember. I don't even remember what I said in these videos. I got to go home and watch them. I ain't editing nothing. I'm going to go home, watch these videos, and post them. Then I'll remember what I said. Because this is honestly and truly from the heart. I love y'all. Kiss your family. Tell your people you love them. Help your neighbor. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Talk to y'all later.